Hey, happy Sunday to y'all. Today's November 14th, and I am working some stuff in my 164 NASCAR custom diecast workshop today. It is early Sunday morning, and I'm trying to get a few things done before church, so I can maybe be a little bit more productive either later today or into Monday. So I've got some decals in the water here. I'm building this 2016, actually a couple of them, Kyle Busch number 75 M&M celebrating their 75 years. So I've painted this. Actually, this is a Denny Hamlin 2015 donor car, but it's got the same nose and everything that you need for the Toyota 2015 2016s. And so I've painted this with a Rust-Oleum gloss Marigold. Is my color of choice for this particular car, and a lot of my M&M's cars and even DeWalt cars are this color. It's a deeper yellow, and I really like it. Actually, it's one of my favorite paints. So I've got this in the water, and this car is ready to go. I've reassembled it and glued it up last night. The plastic pieces back in, and it's got the little screws on the bottom, so those are in. And it is pretty much ready to go. So let the decal set for a little bit longer. I also have, let me just show you where I'm at with some of the cars that I'm in the sealing process with. So William, I've got your Tarkett Ryan Blaney in the sealing process, and super happy with how this car is turning out. I was showing you how I painted along the edges of the decals, so you can. It's really hard to see those seams here on the hood here and on the front, right across the nose here, around the headlights. I all painted all in there, and yeah, just real happy with how that's turned out. I pre-painted the die-cast body along the bottom with the blue around here, so you don't have really any seams back here. No seams, yellow showing through. So super happy with how this is turning out. And yeah, so the other one I have for you, William, is the 2015 Darlington. And again, real happy with how this is turning out as well. It's always a little challenge to try to get these things to line up on the back here. I had to place a couple real small wedges of these little images back here so that none of the black would show through. Just right here and right here, just a real sliver of a piece, so that way it's not showing up. And try to get these to line up. You can see just a little bit maybe of a seam there, right there, as I was trying to get this to come up over. But I'm happy with it. I hope you're happy with it. Again, just in the sealing process right now, trying to get that done. And then Alessandro, I've got this Jeremy Mayfield 360 OTC done and in the sealing process. I did something a little bit different. I was trying to get this lower green valence going, and instead of trying to paint it, I went ahead and I painted a decal, a clear decal, and basically cut it and laid it on here across the front. So yeah, this nose is really weird. It's a very elongated nose that comes down here, and so it's where do you put the headlights? Up here, down here, and so I tried to move things up a little bit, and I'll tell you why. So real quick, typically when you see this car on the track, and I got to be careful, I don't want to scratch it right. You see a secondary or tertiary sponsor right here, whatever it is, right? There was a few different ones that I saw. Well, the decal set doesn't come with that, so you have this. I'm trying to space it out, right, between up here, down here. We got the hood pins, and then you've got the Camry nose, the grill opening, and the Toyota logo. So I didn't want it too low, because if you bring it too low, there's this big gap here, and it looks weird. And so that's why I brought that up a little bit, and everything is where it is, right? So But I hope you like it. Just a couple more coats of sealer and she'll be done. I've got the bottom all done. Painted over the JB Weld with black. Whenever I have a black base here, I like to paint over the gray JB Weld with just a black paint pen, just to cover it up a little bit. And yeah, so I'm happy with it. I hope you're happy with it when it's in your hands. And then I did this Justin Allgaier Eco Park Exalta, and just in the process of sealing it. I did one before, and Mr. Doug out in Illinois got it, and so I'll probably be listing this. Like I've said so many times with the Xfinity Camaros, this is a mess right here. You can see, how this is. It doesn't look bad like here, but when you look and you see, there's this massive gap right here between, the wheel well and where the decal is. It's just messed up. But I think I got everything else pretty good with this number 7. So yeah, and I'm working this Matt Kenseth. Just about done with it. I want to put it in a case and put some LED on it, orange LED. So that's my other project I've got going on. So yeah, so let's get some decals on this car. All right, I was going to do some JB Weld, but I'll hold off for now on that. I've got about 4 cars to JB Weld. And if I do them now, like it's 7 a.m. or so, by the time I get home from church, and I usually, we have lunch, and I might watch a football game, and then maybe later tonight I'll work on a car. The JB Weld, sits for a good 10-12 hours. It's usually pretty good. So what I like to do here is I like to put on this decal back here first. So this kind of sets the tone for what the roof is going to look like and the spacing. So I like to put this, put these types of decals on first here, and try to get it as centered as possible. Yeah, I was emailing with Matthew because he was interested in a Will Rogers Supra from the Xfinity series, and I'd love to do it, but getting the Supra bodies is really hard at a good price, right? I mean, I see them on eBay for like $15. I mean, it's just, I don't know. For any type of, for one car, maybe I would do it, but for 5 or 6 or 8 or 10, which is what I typically try to buy in bulk, there's no way I'm paying $15 a car. 10 cars, that'd be $150. I'm not doing that for donor cars. So I'm probably not going to be doing too many Supras until Lionel starts releasing a number of them. I mean, there's the 2019 Jeffrey Earnhardt Supra. I know Christopher Bell had a Supra, but they're hard to find. They're hard to find at a good price. And so if you guys are interested in a Supra, I might have to say, okay, you need to provide the donor car, or whatever. But it's just hard to find them at a good price, So if I find them, I usually buy as many as they have, because the Supras are so sought after, right? You got the Ty Gibbs, you got the Kyle Busch. Yeah. So looks pretty good. But you can see how I want to get this piece on first before I do this, so I can kind of get it symmetrical here, and just, yeah. All right. And by the way, this I painted these cars a couple days ago. So today's Sunday. I think I painted them on Friday morning. And so it was a good day and a half before I was handling them. And you know, reassembling the car. Sometimes, you know, the paint will dry really quickly, and sometimes paint doesn't. And this Marigold doesn't dry very quickly. My flat white, you know, will dry pretty quickly. The gloss black, the high performance paint, will dry quickly. But some of these gloss paints take a while. I painted that Joey Logano 2015 with the satin Oasis blue, and that dried really quick. So, yeah, it just depends. Just depends on what you're doing. Okay, so that's that. Again, how many times I gotta tell you I washed my hands with Dawn soap and got all the oils off right before I started the video. Did I tell you guys how important that is? Probably every video. Alright. One nice thing about this particular car is the spoiler is actually yellow. So, that's kind of rare, you know, unless I'm doing a black car. When I paint, I always pretty much have to paint the spoilers black or whatever. But on this one, I don't have to paint the spoiler, so that's always that's a bonus. Okay. Come here. Okay, let's get rid of some of these. Okay. Yeah, some of these 2015, 2016s, the windshield banners are not, they're not curved enough. So they kind of don't curve up left and right. They kind of sit a little low. Not a whole lot you can do with that. Not a big deal. Okay, looks pretty good. Alright, sometimes I get too much water and the decals kind of slide and run around in the water. You got to be careful with that. So I kind of drag them away from the deep end. See that? Okay, get back over there. Okay, so let's go ahead and put this nose on. You can see how I cut it out, right? I kind of cut the headlights out separately and these side pieces, because I want to be able to angle the headlights a little bit. Okay. These Camry noses are not as bad as the ones that are out today. In 2017, they started making the Camry noses a little bit different, and they're recessed quite a bit here, more than these, and it's just a pain. These weren't too bad to do. But the newer ones are they're just more of a pain. All right, how are we looking here from the front? It's not too bad. A little low. But I don't want to go too much higher, actually. Because I don't want to raise this grill up. Okay, I'm happy with that. All right, so let's go ahead for the hood. And I've got the I've got the decal set here, showing kind of the angle of what it needs to look like, and looking at the pictures, it's it's just angled. So, man, it's actually pretty big. Maybe it's bigger than it's supposed to be, but okay, it's not angled that much. Okay, and I want to keep it off of where the headlight's going to be, and looks like I need to come a little bit to the right. I want room for the Goodyear to go here and here. Okay. Okay. All right, let's do these headlights. You can see how it kind of angles up this way and back. Because if I wasn't, separating them out from this piece, they would kind of come straight across here. And because I cut them out, I can angle them up to better conform to the die-cast body like that. Okay. How does that look? Looks pretty good, actually. Again, trying to keep them symmetrical. Once I get one in place and I like it, I try to match up the other one to it. It's a really curved surface here, so trying to get it to lay flat across it is a pain. Alright, let's get these little side ones on. Since I'm over here. Okay. Come on. Where are you going? Boy, that does not want to get on my... What in the world? That's weird. Does not want to go. Okay. Just trying to line them up, see if they're about the same height and position. Again, how symmetrical is so key. It can be wrong, but if it's symmetrical, at least it won't look too bad. All of a sudden I can't pick up anything with these tweezers. What's going on? This is a super small decal, but you want to get it straight. You know, it's the Joe Gibbs 25th year anniversary. Don't want it upside down or anything silly, cockeyed or whatever. Try to get it as straight as possible. Man, I cannot pick up anything all of a sudden. What's going on? Maybe that's why. I had a decal on my tweezers. And now it's stuck here. Okay. So what I've got now, and I'll start working and cutting up the side decals here in a minute to do those. What I've got now is I'm going to do some JB weld, as I've got 4 cars to put together here. So first one is this 2020 Chase Elliott Mountain Dew Whiteout. So you can see I kind of got some glitter on that. It's not completely white. So, yeah, I think it looks pretty cool. So I'll do that one. Here's this 2015 Joey Logano with the Oasis Blue. Get that one to do. Alright, and then I have this Matt Kenseth, All Lives Matter. And William, I went ahead and I did it with the Marigold. And so, since, you know, you made the comment, hey, you know, Matt Kenseth did a lot of, you know, DeWalt colored cars, and so I'm gonna build this All Lives Matter, this one. I'm gonna see if I have some spare, like DeWalt decals and maybe some other sponsors of Matt's, secondary sponsors, and I might add some on the sides to, you know, make that a little bit different from what I've done before. And where's my other one? Oh yeah, so I'm going to do this William Byron 2017 Duracoat. I was looking it up, and he drove this Duracoat scheme in Fontana that year, 2017, and yeah, Lionel didn't release this particular paint scheme. It's very close. They've got a couple close ones, but with the Duracoat finish on the hood, it's not. So went ahead and got that started, and I went with this this aircraft light aircraft gray color, and so it's kind of a dull finish. So I'll put the car all together, as well as this satin finish car here. I'll put it all together, and then once it's all dry, I'll put a coat of clear sealer on it before I start putting decals on it. So, all right, so I've got these 4 cars to do the JB Weld on. All right, let's see. Try to get going here. Now, what I have coming next, after I JB Weld these, and it looks like I'm running out of time, so I'll spare you guys more of that. But William, I know you wanted another, or number 36 Ryan Blaney, so I'll build one of those for you. I'm going to do a Smirnoff Ice car, and I'm going to get started on some of the cars that Joey was able to build the designs for me. I'm going to build this Shadow of Mordor car here, Battlefield 4, and I had a request. I think Kyle, you asked for this this 2011 number 18 Kyle Busch car. So that's what's going on, guys. Hope you have a blessed day. We'll talk to you soon. Take